Hey, what is up, gamers? Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Now, how can you get more old school than paper? Now, here's what I propose, right? Um, I've been playing a game called Eldritch Horror, and I've been playing it a lot. I mean a lot. I mean a lot, a real lot, a whole bunch. And what ends up happening is this game has a cast of characters. So it's very story based. And, one of the most important things of a story is our characters. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rank every single character in this game that at least I happen to own. Now this is gonna be in no particular order whatsoever, and yeah, let's get cracking. So the first character in front of me is Charlie Kane, the politician. Now he's a very funny looking man. He just wants to run for office. That's about it. It's pretty cool, I guess. I'd say I put him up into B tier just because it's a very simple story. It's not bad, not good. It's very simple by itself. Next I have Zoey Samaras, the chef. Now, let's see her story. Her parents were killed in a fire. She spoke to God. Um, she kills things guided by the Lord's voice. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to put her up on S tier because killing things in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ is quite cool. Now, next I have Luke Robinson. Now, he teleports with Gates, and he's a dreamer or something. He likes to go through the dreamlands. See, that's okay, I guess, but it's not really much of a story, really. Like he just likes dreaming. I mean, don't we all in this case? I'm gonna put him in C tier. I don't think D tier, because he's not bad, but he's okay. There's not much to him. Next we have Skids O'Toole. Now he's a criminal. Criminals, I'd have to put him a bit low because I cannot support crime. But he's not. He's an ex-convict now, so that means he got out of jail. So he probably learned something. So that's pretty cool. I do believe people can always get better and better. So you know what? I'm gonna put him in A tier because he's pretty cool. Jenny Barnes. Now she's a Delentite. I don't know what that is. There's something about she lost her sister. She has two guns. She has a lot of shopping. Shopping's pretty okay, I guess. I don't have much of a problem with it. Um, uh, she's rich though. I'm not sure if I could support that just morally, but besides that, I think she'll go. Let's put in B as well. I think she's very similar to Charlie Kane, even her own in-game abilities. But we're not really judging them based on their abilities. We're judging them based on their lore, just which is on this card, which has barely information on most of these characters. Now I have Carolyn Fern, the psychologist. Now, let's see. Um, she knows hypnosis. That's a bit scary. Um, one of her patients got murdered. Um, and she's trying to find out what happened to them. I mean, I have to admit, I can't accept um, such importance. A worker very much caring for her patients like that. So I'm gonna have to put her in A tier. I'm sure about S tier because that's basically it. But I'm gonna have to go with that. Now there's Darrell Simmons, the photographer. Um, let's see. He keeps getting dreams. He tries to take pictures of the dreams. He keeps taking pictures of horrors and stuff. I mean, that's okay, I guess. Pictures are kind of alright. I don't really understand how they work or much about them. I'm gonna have to put. I'm gonna put in C tier because I don't really understand pictures that much. So I don't really want to. Now I have Gloria Goldberg. Now, she is the author. I don't really like authors that much. Let's see her story. She controls. She puts visions into her writing. That sounds pretty uncomfortable to write. She wants to. She wants to. She kind of doesn't really want to save the world. She just wants to write a book. That's. I cannot. No, that's selfish. I can't accept that. Like if the whole world is ending by horrible means, I cannot accept selfishness, especially if I'm assembling a team of the A team, but instead like the A stands for Arkham because Arkham Asylum, all that stuff. Next is Kate Winthrop, the scientist. Scientists would be pretty useful. Uh, she also has dreams, but she's just studying, trying to get. She wants to get revenge for her colleague because he got devoured by a beast from another world. Yeah, she did tests, and then she's like, you know what? I'm gonna try and do things myself. And you know what? I can very much accept such a go-getter. I can very much accept such a go-getter. So I put her in A tier. We need people like that on the team. Next is Vincent Lee, the Doctor. Doctors be very useful at a time like this. Yeah, okay. Just a lot of people got mutilated and stuff, and he decided to go out in the world to wonder what the heck's going on. I mean, that's fine. It's kind of very similar to the scientist, but I don't know. It just feels like it's not bad, but it doesn't have the same gusto as the scientist. I'm gonna put it B. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Next is William York, the Gravedigger. Now, I don't think a Gravedigger would be very useful. He wanted to be an actor, but then he became a Gravedigger. That does not seem very useful. That doesn't seem like a good plan. I don't trust such a unthought out plan for your life. Next is Tony Morgan, the bounty hunter. I mean, a bounty hunter would be okay because that means they can use a gun. I don't think you can arrest the monsters though. Last time I checked. But he seems also a bit into it for the money. He wants to. He tried hunting people down, and now there's like fish monsters and stuff, and he wants to go shoot them. I could appreciate the gusto with that, but I don't. I feel like it's also a bit of a selfish thing. Put in C tier because he still contributes to the team, but selfishness does not get you far in this world. Now we have Amanda Sharpe, the student. I think before you go on this adventure, you'd have to finish your degree. Really, you can't really do it without it. It's very dangerous. Oh, she's also getting nightmares and stuff. There's nothing to it. She's getting nightmares. I mean, okay, sure thing, pal. We're all getting nightmares. We all have our own problems. Next is Trish Scarborough, the spy. I love TF2. That's one of my favorite games. So spies, I think a spy would be great. She's good at athletics. She's a good code breaker. It's not bad. Would be pretty helpful for the team. Might know what they're doing, but I'm gonna have to put a little button on this because I played her in the game. She's not that great, so I'm gonna have to put her a bit low. Not the worst, but a bit low. Next is Jacqueline Fine, the psychic. Magical powers could be very helpful. Because we're finding magic. So let's see what a psychic. She traveled around the world trying to. She had bad dreams again. She traveled to go find things about the dream. She found evidence about a cult, and she uses her psychic powers to try to stop the bad things. But it's either between S and A because that sounds very helpful as a power. But A tier, I'll put it in A tier just see what happens. Because it's very helpful to have someone with psychic powers on a team. I know this from experience. You should not try to skip on that when you're trying to, you know. Anyways, Wendy Adams, the urchin. Let's see. Her father was gone. Her mother was gone, but she has a magic necklace. She went to Russia. She was an orphan. Wait, she's a child. Oh no 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 no! Hang on a minute. We can't have any kids on this team. It's very dangerous. This is extremely dangerous work. You cannot have a child. It's very irresponsible for the parents. I want to have a word with her mother. Next is Michael McGlen, the gangster. You see, gangsters mean crime. Again, you know what I think about crime. Let's see. His friend got beat up by a fish monster, and he got pissed off. Okay, I said as much as I said about crime, but he just as soon as his friend got killed by a fish monster, the first thing he did just loaded his machine gun up and just went for it. That is what we need. He didn't just go around like, oh, I might be having bad dreams, I might be doing this, might be doing that. No, just get a gun, ready to go. Instant Perfect. Next we have Roland Banks, the Fed. Um, okay. Federal agents could help. We could. I think we might want to get the FBI to help on this. I don't know. You might have to call. And if you're calling the police or something for the world ending, I think calling the feds might be a decent idea. I don't know. Let's see. He follows every. He does everything by the book. He has faith in the system. He says nothing. We need a lot of communication on this team. Um, but I have to admit, despite everything, despite the situation, doing everything proper, at least gets him a B tier. Next is Lily Chen, the martial artist. Now that's very promising. What's her story? She does training. Monks believe she was born for a special purpose, just to fulfill her destiny. Now, I think destiny will be very important when the world is ending, because that's a bad destiny. You want a good destiny, it kind of balances out, like the feng shui or whatever. Now let's just move on, because I think I got the point. There's not much to say about it. I think she's pretty cool. Dexter Drake, the magician. I don't believe in magic myself, but he seems to be a stage magician, and he started learning about real magic. Well, you see, he starts off as a fraudster and then becomes a realster, which is quite a development, but I'm not sure. But again, I don't believe in magic that much, so it doesn't go to S tier, but at least A tier would be fine. Lola Hayes, the actress. Let's see. I don't believe in acting that much. Let's see. She starred in a play called The King in Yellow. I think that's Shakespeare. I don't remember. I'm not very well versed. She checked to an asylum. She's fighting horrors. Went to Japan to track down a cast member. Okay. I don't think there's much I have to say about this. There's not much like. No. What is an actor going to do against the world ending? I mean, the story's actually no. I think I'm focusing a bit too much on this. The story's okay because I have to focus on the story rather than the potential in the team. But again, an actress, what can you do? You can't like they're just walking around and suddenly, oh, big bad. What am I supposed to do? Just pretend I'm dead? Pretend I beat them? I don't know. That doesn't work in the real world. Speaking of the real world, now we're gonna move on to Ashcan Pete the Drifter. Let's see, he started having bad dreams, isn't everyone? He keeps thinking the world is gonna end, and he needs to figure out what's gonna happen, try to stop it. It's a bit of a boring story. However, he has to go into S tier because you can see right there is a dog, and the dog has to bring it up at least 5 tiers. It's kind of the rule. Next is Diana Stanley, the redeemed cultist. Now you see, this doesn't make much sense because cultists are what he's supposed to beat. They're usually the bad people, but she's a good cultist. She's part of the Order of the Silver Twilight. She learned that it's actually evil, big whoop, and she wants to try and sabotage it. I think we've already established before that people who learn their lesson, they get big ups, so I'm going to have to put her in A tier. Silas Marsh, the Sailor. He's from Innsmouth. Let me just preemptively put him here, okay? And he's able to. He got a reputation. He got a good reputation, and he knows something in Innsmouth is gonna. Well, he is from Innsmouth. Then he got better, but people like him because he's a sailor. Again, the idea of redeeming yourself like this, we have to appreciate it. You need people to get better, even if they might be a fish. These things happen. Next is Norman Withers, the astronomer. The scientific community ridiculed Norman for his claim that 6 stars disappeared from the sky. I absolutely do not appreciate bullying. So the fact that this man survived bullying, let me keep reading. He's at Miskatonic University. He read an ancient text of prophecies. Wait, where did I put Jacqueline Fine? Yeah, she's an A tier. She's kind of the same. He's kind of the same. I can't just put him up 1 tier because he was bullied, because then that would be encouraging the weak. I can't do that morally. So I'm going to put him in the same tier because they both kind of predict things. It's one of them uses their mind, one of them uses the stars. So it's kind of a give and take. Let's put them at equal for that. I think equal might be fine. Next is Leo Anderson, the expedition leader. Now the thing is though, I've been on school trips before. I did not like them, so this man's already a bit concerning for me. He spent most of his life. Okay, he went around the globe. He barely made it back to Buenos Aires alive. He he doesn't have much to it. He went on dangerous expeditions, like big whoop. Everything's dangerous. And I hate trees, so I'm gonna have to put him in D. Mark Harrigan, the soldier. Let's see. I support my troops, so I'm gonna have to give him a close look. He was in the war. His wife was no longer human. That's unfortunate. Oh, okay. His wife was almost human, and he's very, very angry. So he's gonna have to get revenge. So honestly, I think that's great motivation. I would want to help this man with any way I can. I'm in immediately. Now Jim Culver, the musician. He has a trumpet and he does magic spells. You know what I said about magic? It's just how it is. Now let's see. He makes music for people who are dead. Okay, that's not really gonna help. I don't. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be much. The paper, his character sheet does not say much about his character. Just that he makes music for the living or dead, and the dead don't seem to be happy. I put him in C. I don't feel like I want to put him in D, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling him. Akachi Onyele. Okay, let's see what she's up to. Okay, she liked imaginary friends. And she's been traveling Africa because people believe she was chosen by the gods, and she could travel. She can travel between worlds. Okay, okay, you got me there. I'm not sure about S tier, but I will put her in A tier because she does. She was also actually no. Putting her in S tier because she's a chosen one. Let's put her next to Lily Chen. Like two girl bosses together. Okay. Bob Jenkins, the salesman. Let's see. I'm not sure how a salesman's gonna help in the world. Let's see. He's very persistent, and he managed to buy cool coins, and they're kind of cursed. He wants to know more about his coins. He made an investment, and he wants to know more about it. I think that's a pretty decent gusto. Like I put him in A tier. I think that's pretty alright. Rita Young, the athlete. Now athletes would be pretty good because it's like in order to go to space, you need to be an athlete. You're going across space and time, so I think you need to be like a double athlete for that. Let's see. She just runs and runs, and she's competing around the world. The prejudices of certain esoteric cults cannot tolerate her successes. Oh, so she fights racism. Okay, S tier. Let's go. Now, finally, the last character I have. I know there's a lot more characters available, but I don't own them, so I can't talk about them. I'm gonna have to acquire them in some way, but at the moment I can't talk about it. I might make a follow-up video to this. I don't know. Anyways, putting it off. Now the last one I have is Marie Lambeau, the entertainer. Let's see. She's from Louisiana. She keeps singing. She remembers nursery rhymes, which taught her the bad thing, and she might be a witch. Now the thing is, you know what? I don't need to repeat myself. You know what I say about magic, but witches, we can't mess with them. I don't want to have a witch on our team. That's very risky. That's very scary. Okay, this is my tier list for the Eldritch Horror Investigators from the Arkham Files games made by Fantasy Flight Games. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if it's a bit long. It's a bit longer than usual because there's a lot to go through. And yeah, I think this would be my team if I want to go stop this would be who I'd call if ancient evil ones started to travel the world, because these things happen sometimes. You have a bad day, or I don't know, someone tells you to actually play Eldritch Horror. I don't know, it happens. So these are my characters. What do I think by the lore and the art? Actually, I'm just gonna make one alteration. I don't like the singing, so I'm gonna have to put an F tier. So yeah, this is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you subscribe. Give this video a like. I very much appreciate it. This was very difficult to do because there's so many characters, and I can already see there's so many more characters I need to cover, but it'll happen eventually. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.